Okay, so this is the third week topic. This is about benefits of air purifier, benefits udara. So why? So we want to target for basically in this topic, right? We want to target for households more because most of us are unable to go to work, and a lot of us is staying at home. Okay, so yeah. So first thing first, speaker, you can actually introduce yourself, start with Cuckoo Spirit. Basically, this one, very standard one. Before you start talking about the topic, just do Cuckoo Spirit to hype up the sessions and things like that. Okay? So before you go into, right, you can actually ask NEs or your audience. Okay, we call our NE as audience lah for now. Okay? So we can ask you can ask the audience these questions. How many of you got at least one unit of air purifier at home? You ask them. Then see who you know what to ask. It's okay. All the questions is in the notes. Later you can refer us who. Okay. So you can ask these questions. How many of you got at least one unit of air purifier at home? Okay. The reason why I ask like this is because I want to connect them to understand further why air purifier is so important. Okay, so after you wait for your audience to answer, then you ask again. So for those who haven't got any air purifier, so let's say you don't have any budget issue, okay, then what stops you from getting one? See if they have anything to say. But usually I don't think they will say anything lah. Okay, but you try to encourage them also. Right? So after the audience answer, right, then you thank them for sharing all these things, and then you probably can get some example from the audience or probably their concept or their mindset, and then just tell them that after today's sessions, we hope that they will be able to at least identify why Cuckoo air purifier is beneficial or it's important to at least put it at home. Okay? So first thing first, why should I get air purifier? Okay, why should I get air purifier? So for your information, now because of musim PKP, right, most of our time we spend indoor. Okay, most of our time. You see previously, right, even without MCO happening, 90% of our lives we spend indoor as well. Okay, you try to imagine, you work in an office, and then if you go back, probably you're in the car. If you're in the car, it's considered indoor as well. And then if you go back home, you're inside the house. If you go out probably, I don't think you go mama. So you probably will find a nice cafe or you will find a nice restaurant indoor with aircon. You are staying indoor as well. So most of our time, probably 90% of time, we spend indoor. Okay. Then after that, I'm not sure if you guys have this perspective is that, because outside a lot of those asap, the car smoke, tobacco smoke and things like that. So staying at home inside is safe. I'm not sure if you really believe that, but well, I'm not going to say staying at home will gonna COVID or things like that lah, okay? But staying at home, you still have all those dust, gases, and all the unseen particles floating around our surrounding, okay? So I'm pretty sure speaker, you can ask these questions to your NER, because all of us will know what causes air pollution, right? Everyone know what causes air pollution, right? Do you know what causes air pollution? You just ask them this, so probably they'll give you some. Don't know. Okay, I can give you some example. The very basic example is that the car smoke, okay, and then factory smoke, tobacco smoke. If you burn the forest, the smoke, the haze, yes, all these are the causes of air pollution. Okay, all of this is the causes of air pollution. But what about indoor pollution? Now we want to focus indoor. Just now the example, right, I gave for like the basic general air pollution. But what about indoor punya? So what causes indoor? So indoor air pollution can also cause a big health problem also, no matter whether we realize or not. Okay? Especially with kids with asthma. Okay? Kids with asthma, even staying indoors, sometimes they've got asthma attack. Why? We need to know the reason behind of it. So here, let me share with you guys. Because most indoor pollution, right, they comes from the sources that releases gas or particles into the air. Okay, for example, the formaldehyde, the example formaldehyde that I gave you just now, formaldehyde is actually a type of chemical thing for building material or tobacco, for building material or furniture. They will just put a layer into it. Okay, though they will emit gases. But of course, if you smell it one time or two times, it won't harm so much lah. But if you smell it in a very long period, yes, it will bring you a very big health effect. Okay, so all these air pollutions, right? They have their effects and very, very bad to our health also. So usually when we got affected, so these are the conditions that we will get if the air is not clean. So first thing first, cough, sneeze, headache, dizziness, fatigue, rashes, fever. All these symptoms is caused by all these air pollutions. Okay, air pollution causes all of these things. So if let's say a speaker, if you already buy an air purifier, right? You can actually share your experience on how air purifier improves your life also. For example, you can give an example of like before you buy air purifier, what are the things, and then after you buy purifier, what improvement that you can see, what are the changes that you can see from your life. Okay, for example, after you got air purifier, you can sleep even better, or your kids got less asthma attack and things like that. So you give them example. Okay, so what are the benefits of air purifier? So let me share with you guys. So here I'm going to share 5. So number 1, it actually can help you to lower the asthma attack. Number 2, prevent lung disease. Number 3, remove pollutants. 4, protection from respiratory illnesses. And number 5, reduce stress. Okay, so number 1, remove trigger from asthma attack. So let's say if your kids are having asthma attack or these asthma symptoms, right? Having air purifier at home is actually in a way to help the kids to reduce it. Why? Because in the air, right, there's something called allergens. Okay, these allergens can actually trigger asthma attack. For example, like dry skin cell or dirts, those small dirts, havoc dust, carbon monoxide, household cleaners, air freshener sprays, smokes from cooking or tobacco, all these from indoors one, right? There might be a chances to trigger the asthma attack. So at the end, that's why we need air purifier to actually filter it out, so that when kids with asthma will have a lesser triggers. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is that actually help us to prevent lung disease, especially people who like to smoke. So I'm pretty sure I'm not telling you to stop smoking and things like that, but if you smoke, do please buy one Penapis Udara. Okay, why? Because if people in here, right, they actually, because our lungs serve like a filter kind of thing. Okay, so it actually helps all the oxygens that we inhale from the air, it enters to our red blood cells. Okay, it enters to our red blood cells to provide oxygen for our red blood cells. So that's why if your air is not clean enough, in a longer time period, right, it actually slowly will affect our health. I wouldn't say that it will definitely cause lung disease. It's not a direct factor, but it could be one of the factor, but it's not the obvious one. Okay. So point number 3 is remove outside fumes and pollutants in urban environment. So fun fact, I'm not sure you guys know or not, but you guys can go and try and take a leaf. Okay. Fun fact, do you know that only 20% of the urban population, for example, urban population meaning say like a city, a lot of people, a lot of cities, a lot of cars, urban population live in areas that comply with WHO punya air quality guideline level for PM 2.5, meaning to say only 20% of the area air quality managed to hit WHO punya air quality standard sahaja. The rest of the area, air pollution is quite bad. Okay, meaning to say, most of the area that we stay, the air condition need to be purified. Regardless you're staying indoor or outdoor, you still need to purify, so-called purify the air. Okay, especially let's say if you stay at the area whereby you are staying near to a highway, okay, a lot of traffic with cars, or a lot of those gases smokes or even construction area, okay, nearby your house or construction area. All these area, right, because even you stay indoor, the chances of all the harbuks allergens and then the all the bacteria, allergens thingy, the particulate matters, there might be a possibility that it will just float into our house, because our house is not completely sealed. Somehow or rather, all these things, these allergens will be able to fly into indoors also. So that's why we need air purifier to at least tapis all these dirty air. Okay. So benefits number 4, protect children, elderly, and also people who are chronically ill from respiratory illnesses. Okay. So for your information, basically children and babies, right, they can be the higher risk of breathing air pollutants. Why? Because the dirty air, right, when they float, they will slowly sink closer to the ground. Okay. They will slowly sink closer, meaning that they will slowly drop to the ground. But then, because our children, they are very quite short, right? So they are more prone to easily inhale all this dirty air. Okay, so it actually doesn't help that this group that has poor or developing respiratory system, meaning to say basically all this group of people, right, especially people who have respiratory illnesses, they will probably having a difficulty to breathe. Let's say if the air is too dirty. How do you know whether the air is too dirty? Bring our penapis udara, go there, and then you just turn on. If you see red, meaning to say that area is very dangerous, better run away. Okay. So basically, air purifier can actually help them, especially in their breathing condition, because they actually tapis and remove all the dirt, all the particulates, those animals' hair, and then things like that, and also provide the clean air. So for people like children, or especially people who are having respiratory illness, we are highly encourage them to get one. And last but not least is that reduces stress. Okay, benefits number 5 is reduce stress. So you try to imagine, one of the proven, it has been proven that those who breathe unpolluted air, right, they are less likely to feel stress. Give you an example. I'm not sure you guys like to go hiking or not, or you like to go forest and have a walk. Okay, for people who like to go hiking or have a walk, if you enjoy around that area, okay, why? Because around that area, right, the air in a way is not polluted. Okay, it's somewhat fresh and clear. So when you go there, you feel like, wow, sangat selesa, sangat relaxed. The reason why you feel relaxed is because when you breathe in purified or clean air, there's something what we call cortisol level, okay, in our brain. There's some chemical, they will just flow out. This cortisol level, right, they will decrease, okay, and then you will feel, it helps you to feel relaxed. Okay, so that's why air purifier, it's not that you smell then you straight away feel relaxed. Okay, it doesn't work like that. It's like they actually purify the air, then the air feel clean, and then when you smell it, no, when you breathe also, you'll feel like, you feel relaxed, you feel clean, and you feel fresh. At least you will feel a peace of mind in a way. Okay, so these are the 5 points of benefit. These are the 5 points of benefits why you should get a penapis udara. Okay, so that's all for the week 3 punya topic. Any questions?